Hey guys, Probable1701 here, and today we're going to talk about 80's Doctor Who, and we're going to talk about the remaining box sets that haven't been announced and which story in each one I think should get the CGI upgrades. Now, I've already done a video talking about 70's Doctor Who and which stories from the 70's box set still to come I think should get the special CGI enhancements that they tend to do for one story on each box set. Not every box set, but most of the box sets. So today we're going to talk about the 80's. And interestingly enough, once season 24 gets released, we'll only have 4 seasons to go from the 80's, which I didn't realize until I was actually writing them down. Because we have season 20, 21, 22, and 25. And we're going to start off with my boy Peter Davison here, the 5th Doctor, with his nice little what us Americans call preppy attire. Very preppy looking. And we're going to start with season 20. And I'm going to say the 5 Doctors, because I do consider the 5 Doctors part of season 20. I know some people don't. I know it came out months later. But I'm 100% certain the 5 Doctors is going to be on the season 20 box set, as that season in proper form only had 6 stories, whereas the rest of Davison's run had 7 stories. So including the 5 Doctors in that season does make it 7 stories. And I know the 5 Doctors has already had an updated special effects bit done for it. It's on the DVD release with, like where it has the little Mr. Whippy effect and all that. And it's fine. I like the original version of the 5 Doctors. I like the updated version of the 5 Doctors. I just kind of want to see a new updated version of the 5 Doctors. So much of season 20 has already been updated. Anyway, Arc of Infinity has already had its effects enhanced. For the record, Arc of Infinity is very underrated. Good story. Maldron Undead has enhanced effects done already. Terminus has already had enhanced effects done already. Enlightenment has really had enhanced effects. I love the special edition of Enlightenment, although I wish they hadn't gone widescreen with it. That's what they need to do for Enlightenment. Break it back up into parts. Like, what is it, 2 part? No, it's 4 parts still. Yeah, 4 parts and full screen with the enhanced effects if they can do that. I'd like that better. But I do want them to do 5 Doctors. I love the 5 Doctors. It's a great multi-doctor story, and I'd love to see it with like some 21st century looking effects in it. Could be really nice. Moving on to season 21, Resurrection of the Daleks. If they do any other story besides Resurrection of the Daleks, I'm just going to be disappointed. Resurrection of the Daleks is really good. I actually enjoy it a lot. It's my favorite of the 3 80's Dalek stories. I think Peter Davison's good in it. It's a great final story for Tegan, and you see everything she goes through in it. The only thing holding it back is the effects. The effects for it just look outdated, especially with all the Dalek scenes, with all the fighting scenes when they're killing people, like that assault on the base when they first go to free Davros. I've actually seen people do fan-made re-edits of that on YouTube with enhanced effects, and they look so much better than the original effects. So yeah, season 21, it has to be Resurrection of the Daleks. Anything else, and I'm just going to be highly disappointed. Season 22, this one's tricky for me because I haven't seen a lot of season 22. I haven't seen Attack of the Cybermen. I haven't seen Mark of the Rani, and I haven't seen Time Lash. I've seen the 2 Doctors. I've seen Vengeance. I've seen Revelations. And I feel like there's one more I'm missing that I've seen. I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head. So it's hard for me to give a complete guess. I'd say the 2 Doctors, because there are some scenes from the 2 Doctors I definitely think can benefit in it. And it has Troughton in it, and I love Troughton. I don't know if they do it because it's a longer story than most, considering it's 3 parts, but it's 3 45-minute parts. So it might be too long of a story for them to want to do. I don't know. Some people might argue Attack of the Cybermen. I don't know how effects heavy Attack of the Cybermen is. I haven't seen it. That's one I want you guys to let me know. Which ones do you think from season 22 should deserve the special effects upgrade if they do that for season 22, which I hope they do. Because I've already had a couple of you guys correct me on one. When I did my 70's set, when I mentioned the 70's ones I think needed it, on season 9, I went with the Time Monster. And a lot of y'all corrected me in the comments and said the Mutants. I've never seen the Mutants, but I'm guessing the Mutants is effect heavy in places and really needs some updating. because I had several people mention that in season 9 the Mutants really needs updating. So whenever I do watch the Mutants, I'm expecting effects that need updating. So let me know on season 22. I've went with the 2 Doctors, but I've only seen like half the season, so I'm curious to hear what y'all think on that. And then also season 25, if we get a CGI one, the McCoy seasons don't tend to get them because they tend to give us the extended version of stories, because it has been mentioned just recently in interviews that Paul saved a lot of the studio footage and location footage, because from season 23 onward, all of the location work was also shot on videotape. They didn't shoot on film anymore, and a lot of that extra footage still exists. That's the reason why we have extended versions of episodes on season 26. We have extended versions of episodes on season 24. And we'll probably have extended versions of episodes on season 25. Since they're going that approach, I don't know if they'll do a CGI update to anything on season 25. I hope they do, because I'd like to have at least one McCoy story with updated effects in there somewhere. And if they do, I want it to either be Remembrance or Silver Nemesis. I'm fine either way. I know most people would say Remembrance first, and Remembrance is the better story. And I'm perfectly fine with Remembrance getting an upgrade, because I think you could make it look really good. But I personally think Silver Nemesis is a little underrated. I know it's a very similar script to Remembrance. Remembrance definitely overshadows it. But I enjoy Silver Nemesis, and if they went with Silver Nemesis for the upgrade, I'd be fine with that. But I'd like to think these are knowledgeable people. They're Doctor Who fans. They would probably do Remembrance. They know it's very popular. It's one of the higher regarded Dalek stories, so I'm pretty sure they would go with that. So what do you think on these 4 seasons? Which one in each season would you like to see get the CGI upgrade? Do you think we'll get one for season 25, or do you think we're just going to get more extended episodes like we have for the rest of the McCoy era? So comment down below. I always enjoy interacting with you guys and finding out what you think, getting your opinion on things. Other things to do: click the like button, click the subscribe button, click that bell for notifications. I have started a Patreon page. You can find a link to that down in the comments below if you would like to help contribute to my channel. Most importantly though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.